Today we're having mathematics, math time. It's fun time. Okay, today we are looking at ratio. Last week we looked at percentage, and I gave you every likely questions you have to come across in percentage. Okay, and I told you that percentage is just two words, which is per and cent. Per is over and cent is 100. So those are the basic things you need to know in percentage, and the symbol of percentage is like this. Okay, and we did some calculations on percentage. Okay, so today we're looking at ratio. What is ratio? Ratio is, this is the symbol of ratio. Okay, when you see double dots like this, is ratio, and it's always represented like this. This is 5:3, not 5 double dots 3. So whenever you see this dot, it represents ratio. So this is used for measuring quantities or comparing quantities. It's used for comparing quantities. So you compare this to this. This is 5:3. Now if I tell you that two quantities are given, 10 and 13. Okay? Express 10 as a ratio of 13. All what you need to do is 10 over 13. And because 13 is a prime number, you leave it like this. If it is not a prime number, we'll reduce it to the lowest 10. But since it is a prime number, that is 10:13. So we've compared these two using ratio. So let's look at some examples now. So these are likely questions under ratio. Okay. Now we are comparing ratio here. That is, express 8 as a ratio of 12, 36 as a ratio of 45. Here we are sharing ratio in number 2. Share 24 oranges among John Peace and Musa in the ratio of 1:2:3. Okay. And the question now is, how many oranges will each person get? That is, you looking for ratio that each person will get. Then the last one is finding missing ratio. Okay, Paul and Peter shared 40 pence in ratio 3:x, and Paul had 15 pence. What was x? Okay, which is Peter's share. So let's solve now. Number 1 says 1a, we have 8 as a ratio of 12. That is 8 divided by 12. Okay, 4 here will give us 2, 4 here will give us 3. So we are left with 3, 2/3. This is not our answer. This is a fraction. Ratio is 2:3. So that's what your answer is. That's number 1. Number 2, we have 36 as a ratio of 45. So what we have here is 36/45. Okay, we look for a number that can divide the 2. Okay, so 9 here will give us 4, 9 here will give us 5. Okay, so we have 4:5 as our answer. Then we move to B. B, we are asked to share 24 oranges among John, Peace, and Musa, and the ratio of 1:2:3. So the first thing we do is to write out our ratio. And after writing it out, you add everything together to know the total ratio. That is 1 + 2 + 3. This will give us 6. Okay, so that's the first thing you do. Now, we pick the names one after the other. The first one is John. John ratio here is 1 because John is the first person. So we have 1/6 times the total oranges they shared is 24. Okay, over 1. 6 here will give us 1. 6 here will give us 4. That means John had 4 oranges. Okay, the second person is Peace. Peace had 2/6 times 24/1. 6 here 1, 6 here will give us 4. 4 times 2, that's 8. So 8 altogether. Then Musa Musa is having 3 over 6 times 24 over 1. Okay, so we share this. This will give us 1. This will give us 4. 4 times 3 is 12. So that's Musa's share. Now, at the end of the day, if you add everything together, if you do not get 24, that means you are wrong. That's how to check. So 12 plus 8 will give us 20. 20 plus 4, that's 24 altogether. That means we are correct. Then we look at the last example you can possibly see under this work. Number 3. Paul and Peter shared 40 pence in ratio 3:x. And Paul had 15. What was x? So we have 3:x equals to, the total is 40. So, okay, the total we had is 40, as I said earlier, 40. That will be 40 minus 15 first, because this is, what was it called? This is Paul's share, okay? So we want to know Peter's share. Paul's share is 15. 40 minus 15 will give us 25. That means Peter adds 25. So what we are having here will now be, Paul is the first person, 15:25. So what you are looking for now is x. So how do we get x? Okay. Now you can rewrite this as 3 over x equals to 15/25. Okay. So here now, from here, you cross multiply. Okay. 3 times 25 will give us, 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 75. Okay. Equal to x times 15 will give us 15x. The next thing we'll do here is divide both sides by 15. We want to remove 15 because it's x we are looking for. Divide both sides by 15. So we have 75 over 15 equal to 15x over 15. 15 will eliminate 15, remaining x. 15 here will give us 1. 15 in 75 will give us 5. So our final answer is 5. If you want to know if you are correct or not, put 5 here. Okay? The difference between this and this is 5. So 5, even, okay, let me show you this trick now. Because I do tell my students that before you start solving maths, you'll be able to detect what the answer is. Now, when looking at this question, even without working it, you should be able to know that the answer is 5. Because 15 divided by 3 will give you 5. That means 25 divided by 5 will give you what x is, which is 5. So that's all. But, okay, these are the activities you're going to do for me now. Number 1, express 24 as a ratio of 42. 1b, 28 as a ratio of 36. Number 2, Shola and Chidi shared 120 in the ratio of 17 and 3. Calculate each person's share. You are going to look for the share of Shola and look for the share of Chidi. And the last question, share 2,400 books among Sunday, Chuka, Shafi, and Daniel in the ratio 5:6:9:10. So you are going to give me, listen, this number 3 alone has 4 answers. Number 2 has 2 answers. And number 1, 2 answers. So all together, we are looking at 8 answers altogether. So do your work step by step. I want to see your solution. And the best person's picture, the first person, the person with speed and accuracy, will be posted. Take care of yourself. Bye.